It's like the stupidest and hardest thing I ever tried.
You make waves in my heart. You get under my skin.
I just realized like the drums were so loud they destroyed the mic. So yeah, I was just talking about how I like thought about what to do next, learn instruments, and drums being part of it. Yeah, enjoy the rest of the video. And my conclusion was, why not learn some real instruments? Like as a kid, I never had the money, grew up poor, never had the opportunity. Playing the piano was no option. My parents then bought me a flute, which is so boring and sounded so bad that I lost interest in a second. And now, older, wiser, I'm that's like typical for me. Whenever I start something and I want to do something, I exaggerate a little. And right now, I got this drum set to learn playing, and also for like recording people here in the studio, because we actually have people that always ask if they can record drums somewhere. So it's like a new business opportunity kind of. And I'm not worried about learning to play the drums. It's fairly, like the principle is fairly easy. It's a lot of timing, coordination, like one hand playing 16 notes, your feet doing like quarter notes, your hands like playing the snare on 2 and 4, like that. That's like just training a lot. But it's manageable. I'm not worried about it. It's just like the more time you put towards it, the better you'll get. And actually, while I'm at it, started playing the guitar again. I used to be able to play chords, like the cowboy chords, very simple. Now I want to take it to the next level and learn a little more. Also not worried about it. My fingers hurt, but I think in a month it will be all dead and fine for playing again. Also got the bass. I mean, if you can play the guitar, like learning to play the bass it's pretty close. The right hand works differently, but it's like manageable. Also not worried about it. Like that should be quite quick. The piano, the keys is what I'm actually best at. I can play all of the chords, can play melodies. I think it's also like the most straightforward instrument because you press and it's that one tone. On the guitar, you already have to like check where your finger exactly sits. And if it doesn't sit right, the tone isn't right. But yeah, manageable. Got some practicing songs right here that I'm trying to learn. Just as a producer to get a feel for every instrument. I mean, I had already a feel for every instrument, but get an even better feel to the next level. Just to educate myself. And just like, because I was thinking like, what would be the one thing that could help me to elevate my music production? And yes, I make electronic dance music, which doesn't need all of this stuff. But these are like the foundation instruments of every kind of music for the past 60, 70 years. So it's good to know about it as much as possible. And it also makes it a whole lot of fun. Like playing the drums, it's so loud, it feels so good, it's so much fun, and it's really physical that I just absolutely love it. There's just one thing on top that I'm learning where I'm concerned a lot. It's so tough. But next up, because today is like my music learning day, next up actually my piano teacher is coming and we'll do some fun stuff.
Your love is crippling. Get to me. Oh, I can't get you off my brain. You get to me.
Piano lesson was great. Learning right now the chords of This Love by Maroon 5. And it's kind of fun because it starts with a G, but instead of also playing a G in the bass, it's actually playing, in English it's a B. And that already makes kind of the song interesting because it starts actually like with the dominant chord, which is a little odd, but to make it a little less dominant, the bass is from G going to the B. Like this kind of stuff. Like when you know to play an instrument, you can replay other people's songs, and while playing them, you know more about them, a lot more about them than just listening to them. So that's fun. That definitely helps me with music production. And the one thing out of all of the instruments that I'm really worried about is what is coming next. Next up is singing. I got singing lessons. Like this is the second time. The first time was so bad and so brutal that I didn't even want to talk about it. I mean, it's fun, it's cringy, it's bad, it sounds like shit, it's so horrible, it hurts every little piece of my body listening to what I produce. And it's for me personally like a big thing, because I'm the guy that never sings. I'm not even singing happy birthday. I'm just like moving my mouth. I'm like, I was always as a kid too cool for that kind of stuff. And I hated it, and I always heard other people singing that aren't professionals, and it sounded always bad, and I don't want it to be part of like being bad. But now I feel like to elevate my music production, my music making skills, and especially since I like writing lyrics and I like producing songs, the missing link is learning to sing. But it's brutal. It's so brutal. It's the only thing out of all of these where I'm sure that even with a whole lot of training, I might never ever get to a place where it's good enough to, I don't know, sing something in public or share it with you. It will be tough, but I'll do it. I'll do it as long as I can, practice as much as I can. It's like the stupidest and hardest thing I ever tried. But I think you have to face challenges to accomplish new stuff. That's key. And you'll fail at the beginning. It will be hard. I'm even asking myself, why am I doing it? It's so stupid. But yeah, maybe it's not. We'll see in the future. Now, getting something to drink, because like singing, I need to drink a lot. And waiting for my teacher. She's really nice. Maybe in one of the upcoming videos, maybe I'll share some stuff. But not for now. Not now. It's still way too bad.
You're the ruler of my body, and I don't want anybody but you.
It was so bad. I don't know. Like singing, it's really like playing the violin, but in a dark room where you can't see anything while wearing gloves and being upside down. That's how I feel like. That's how lost I feel like when singing. So weird. It's so weird. I can't even describe it. But at least I was like twice as good as last week. It was so bad last week. This week was like, yeah, at least like close to the right sounds. Like close. Weird. But yeah, next up. All done, music learning, all done, not all done, but like a quarter done with the absorbers. It's like the 100th time that I'm building absorbers. If I ever like quit music making, I could open up instantly an absorber building company. And there's like one more thing that I just discovered that makes me really sad. You see, very early on in my vlog, I got this world map, and I marked all of the spaces I went to while vlogging. And it's now, it's stopped for almost 2 years. No new countries, like nothing has changed. I hope this corona shit is soon over. The good thing is, I mean, among all of the bad things happening in Germany is so extremely slow with the vaccines. But I now know more people that actually got it than I know people that actually got corona. So maybe in 2-3 months, like I will at least have people back here in the studio, recording, singing, like, you know, customers, and using this place actually as a studio. But until then, I got a little time to finish all of it, which should be no problem. And then hopefully back to normal. I can't wait. I can't wait. Like, enough is enough.